Bill Cosby has fallen so far from the once lofty perch he once had as America's dad. The formerly beloved comedian, Jell-O spokesman, and sweater aficionado was once beyond reproach. Then women from multiple decades spread the ugly truth about the cause. In the end, 60 women accused Cosby of rape, using drugs to commit sexual assault, sexual battery, sexual misconduct, and child sexual abuse dating back to the mid-1960s. Many of the accusations against Cosby were outside of the statute of limitations, but they certainly established a pattern of behavior that put the public on notice as to how much of a double life he led. On April 26, 2018, Cosby was found guilty of 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. He was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison the following September. Cosby appealed the verdict, but it was upheld in December 2019. Ever since then, he's been working every angle to try to secure his release, and he's going to have to keep trying. Bill Cosby has been denied parole by the Pennsylvania State Parole Board on the grounds that, for one thing, the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections strongly recommended against it. The other reason is that Cosby refused to take part in a treatment program for sex offenders, even though the Pennsylvania State Parole Board met with Cosby and made it clear that if he didn't participate in the program, his parole would be denied, per deadline. According to court documents, the parole board wrote, "Following an interview with you and a review of your file, and having considered all matters required pursuant to the parole board, in the exercise of its discretion, has determined at this time that you are denied parole." Reps for Cosby released a statement of their own. Mr. Cosby has vehemently proclaimed his innocence and continues to deny all allegations made against him as being false, without the sheer evidence of any proof. Today, Mr. Cosby continues to remain hopeful that the Pennsylvania State Supreme Court will issue an opinion to vacate his conviction or warrant him a new trial. However, Cosby did get one thing that he wanted. Per NBC News, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court is allowing Cosby to appeal his conviction on the grounds that statements made about Cosby drugging women in civil court were used against him in criminal court. The court will hear arguments about whether that actually happened. Any past crimes would be inadmissible evidence by law. Cosby wasn't surprised by the court's decision to deny him parole, according to his spokesman, Andrew Wyatt. As Reuters reported, the disgraced comedian knew the terms that the court had recommended and was aware that his request would be turned down. Wyatt admitted in a statement, "We knew he was going to be rejected. He called me and told me that if he didn't take the course, he would be denied. He has maintained his innocence from the beginning." Although Bill Cosby's prison record isn't public information, the public did get a shocking look at how he was doing when a mugshot went viral in October 2020. As Page 6 reported, many people were disturbed by the formerly beloved star's appearance after his mugshot was shared, although some Twitter users argued that given his sexual assault charges, he didn't deserve their sympathy. A follow-up picture was posted on Cosby's official Twitter, showing him during a virtual video conference call with his publicist, Andrew Wyatt. The team behind his social media presence wrote, "We are posting this to reassure his family and supporters that he is doing okay during this pandemic." Following the news about Cosby's parole being denied, Wyatt stated that the comedian was still doing relatively well in prison. "He's hopeful," the spokesperson revealed, sharing that Cosby was optimistic about the Supreme Court appeal. "He's cool as a cucumber." If you or anyone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, help is available. Visit the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network website or contact RAIN's National Helpline at 1-800-656-HOPE 4673.